Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's Sunday Preview. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Sunday Preview, the Cities of Sigmar muster. The Cities of Sigmar have taken up their gear and embarked upon an arduous path to reclaim the mortal realms from the forces of chaos. The Dawnbringer Crusades are the latest stage of Sigmar's grand plan to recapture these lost lands. And the Twin-Tail Crusade from Hammerhall is the grandest of these lofty endeavors. So there is a little video right here, but we're going to skip over that and take a look at the full article. The question of how the regular people of the mortal realms live and wage war is answered with Battletome Cities of Sigmar. The comprehensive Battletome covers the history and background of the Cities of Sigmar, a detailed painting guide, a gallery of gorgeous miniatures, and all the rules you need to play them, including 50 war scrolls and pitch battle profiles. Also included is a token board containing 9 order rules and 32 order tokens. Ardent supporters of the Cities of Sigmar can purchase the Battletome in a numbered limited edition version which features a red ribbon marker, gold gilt page edges, and gold foil text. Alright, and then we see Tahlia Vedra, the Lioness of the Parch. A skilled mercenary whose keen strategic mind has seen her rise from the ranks of the Free Guilds and revolutionize them in the process. Tahlia Vedra remains first and foremost a warrior of the people. Leading from the front lines, she rides her manticore, Infernodyne, and inspires her fellow soldiers to fight with the Ashken ardor. So really cool model right here. Definitely a big fan of this. Probably the best Manticore model I've ever seen. Pontifex Zenestra, Matriarch of the Great Wheel. While Tahlia encourages the troops through inspiration, Zenestra appeals to the faith in the God King Sigmar. Uncompromising and unknowable, Zenestra is carried into battle on the back of a sacred palanquin, a curious skeletal double in tow as her battlefield sermons whip allies into a frenzy. So you can't really tell from this picture, but there's like another chair on the back, and that has like a corpse of some sort in there with a bunch of candles on it. Another really, really cool model. Definitely a fan of this. And very, very strong in game terms as well. I suspect we'll be seeing quite a few of these, including one of my own. And then we see the Freeguild Cavalier-Marshal. Beautiful model right here. The Freeguild Cavalier-Marshal is a general who can galvanize even the most beleaguered soldier into action. Although they often accompany Freeguild Cavaliers on line-breaking charges, these marshals carry the weight of the logistics of the Dawnbringer Crusades, hence all the gear. So really cool, loaded up with gear, beautiful sculpt. Definitely a big fan of this. Then we see the Freeguild Marshal and Relic Envoy with a bunch of cool options for assembly. Freeguild Marshals are not just master strategists, they're also more than handy in a fight. These veterans prefer a ground-level view of combat, sending orders down the line at battle via the Relic Envoys. The Marshal themselves has a wide array of build options, including 3 different heads, options for shield in either hand, and a choice of weapons. And next we have the Freeguild Command Corps. Freeguild Marshals know how to delegate, and so call on their command corps. An eclectic bunch of characters, each with their own specializations. The group consists of a powerful Arch Knight, a flag-waving Great Herald, an ever-watchful Whisperblade, a Grim War Surgeon, a Morbid Soul Shepherd, and their loyal mascot, Gargoylian, with a bevy of cosmetic customization options. So this is a cool little bunch of minis right here, lots of personality in them, and some cool rules for game terms as well. But I mean, some of these just have so much character. I am just a massive fan of this setup. And then we have the Alchemite Warforger. The Cities of Sigmar aren't equipped with soul-stealing scythes or armor that thrums the magic lightning. Instead, they make do with humble gear forged in city smites. However, the Alchemite Warforgers can imbue base metals with powerful chromatic energy, turning regular swords and axes into blazing weapons and magically reinforcing shields and breastplates. Very cool model, very good in game terms as well. Alright, and then we have the Fusil-Major on Ogre Warhulk. Another neat model right here. The Cities of Sigmar make great use of castellite formations in battle, and the mobile watchtowers of this living fortification are Fusil-Majors riding atop Ogre Warhulks. The Fusil-Major snipes enemy targets and relays their maneuvers, while the Ogre Warhulk hefts a towering shield and hefty club to defend their allies. Then we have Freeguild Cavaliers. The Freeguild Cavaliers are not born in their station. They prove their worth as veterans of many battles. These mounted fighters carry fine gear that they have either earned through the lengthy service or carried from their ramshackled ancestral homes. This kit features a myriad of options for you to create units of uniquely majestic knights. And this is a really, really nice kit, and there are a ton of options, helmets, all kinds of cool stuff. Alright, and then we have what I've really been waiting on here, the Fusiliers. Although the mortal realms are packed with horrors beyond imagination, there is little that cannot be felled by a concentrated volley of fire from the Freeguild Fusiliers. Should a target somehow survive to attempt a retaliatory charge, the defensive line will form up behind their heavy pavises, reload, and unleash hell once more. Absolutely love these models. The overall look and feel of them is amazing. And of course, they are very good in game terms as well. And I'm going to need quite a few of these, as are many other people, I'm sure. But I just really cannot wait to paint these up. And next we have the Freeguild Steelhelms. Along with the Freeguild Fusiliers, the Freeguild Steelhelms make up the defensive walls of the Castellite formation. With discipline, determination, and unwavering faith in Sigmar, these humble men and women go toe-to-toe with hulking orcs, gibbering demons, and undead fiends to secure their place in the realms. Ironweld Great Cannon. The gate of the Castellite formation is the Ironweld Great Cannon. Protected by a thick shield and mighty artillery pieces, is manned by an expert crew who ensures it fires constant barrage of cannonballs, shells, and grape shot. Firing only ceases when the cannon wheels forward and allows Freeguild Steelhelms and Cavaliers to sally forth from within their living fortification. So cool model right here. Lots of cool little options and stuff. Again, I just love the look of this overall. Beautiful paint job on this stuff too. Alright, and then we have Dawnbringers Book 3, The Long Hunt. The current major focus in Warhammer Age of Sigmar is the Twin-Tailed Crusade, now marching across Ashby and Gairen. After a disastrous clash with Gratz, Tragus, and the Sons of Behemoth, both prongs of the Crusade trudge on, bowed but not broken, in Dawnbringers Book 3, The Long Hunt. Now powerful new allies join the Dawnbringers as the Ashkian Tail meets the Gore Tide, and the Gairenite Tail battle starving Ogre Gorgers. This supplement continues the epic narrative and includes rules for 4 new armies of renown and a second part of the Cities of Sigmar Path to Glory campaign, with branching paths and boons and setbacks. Absolutely beautiful cover on this one here. Celebrate the next leg of your glorious campaign with the limited edition of The Long Hunt, which features soft touch, full cover art with gold foil lettering, a blue ribbon marker, and gilt page edges. This edition displaying Ionis Cryptworn and his regal steed, Thorak, in all their glory, is limited to just 300 individual numbered copies. The Black Talons. Naive Black Talon is Sigmar's foremost assassin, head of a specialized group of elite warriors. Naive Hendrik, the Silver Wolf, Rostis Oxenhammer, Shekinah Golden Blade, and the mysterious Ideneth Soulscryer Lorai, Child of the Abyss, are heroes who started in the Warhammer TV show Black Talon, now immortalized as 5 characterful miniatures. So cool little set right here, and if anybody's actually watched the cartoon animation thing, I'm sure these hit home a little bit more, but pretty neat, and I do like their bases as well. And next we have Cryptborn's Stormwing. Ionis Cryptborn has returned in a menacing new form as a Warden of Lost Souls, mounted atop a mighty Draconith Thorak. This living legend soars through the skies, calling down scouring maelstorms with prayers to Sigmar. This box pairs Ionis with 2 Stormdrake guards, one of which can be built as a Knight Draconis, making it the perfect start to a Draconith Skywing, a new Stormcast Eternals army of renown, which can be found in the Long Hunt. So absolutely amazing model right here. Very cool little set. I will definitely be picking this one up. Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now back to the video. And then we have the Blades of Belthanos. Perched atop his carnelian great spite, Belthanos is a herald of the dormant Sylvaneth god of the hunt. The first thorn of Kurnoth strikes from the trees, and rides out in this box set containing Belthanos himself, alongside 3 Kurnoth hunters with a variety of weapons and 3 Revenant Seekers, which can also be built as Spite Rider Lancers. They make a perfect core for a new Sylvaneth army of renown in the Long Hunt, the Evergreen's Hunt. So a nice little set right here, and a cool new model. A big tree man with a spear riding on a giant grasshopper. And then we have the Grimhold Exile. When magma holds fall, lone survivors known as Grimhold Exiles carry on their legacy. Wielding weapons imbued with the embers of the Magmahold's sacred flame, they battle on as a bloody-minded agents of retribution. Some hope to found new holds, while others simply pit themselves against the toughest foes they can find. Just such a cool model right here. Great job showing the dynamic pose and movement. Very, very cool. Harbinger of Decay. Riding withered steeds, Harbingers of Decay are morbid soothsayers who herald the arrival of Nurgle's decaying legions. Dour and humorless, they directly invoke Grandfather's pestilent powers, saturating battlefields with rot and disease. The worst of these maladies is the Shudderblight, which causes the doubts and insecurities of its victims to manifest as weeping black boils. Just such a beautiful model right here. And then we have Fulgrim Transfigured, and this is coming from forgeworld in resin, unfortunately, and this is for Warhammer 30k. Those traitorous Primarchs who gave themselves fully over to the ruinous powers swelled and changed with a Malevolent Power of the Warp. Fulgrim's metamorphosis is dramatic indeed. A serpentine demon form with vast wings and additional arms. A deadly duelist before the transfiguration, Fulgrim is closer to perfection than ever, but still seeks to attain even greater glory in one-to-one combat. So a really cool model right here. I'm not a big fan of the wings. They seem like very, very two-dimensional, and to tell you the truth, the actual model is very just beautifully sculpted, and I really wish this was in plastic, but I feel like if the wings were actually sculpted like to look cool and not just be simple to cast, I think they would have a lot more like curvature to them and just be a lot cooler. But I feel like they essentially were like, all right, let's just keep these wings like super flat and 2D so they're really easy to cast. And then just who cares about the overall look of the model? Because the truth is they just make this thing ridiculously, unnecessarily tall, and they just look extremely, extremely two-dimensional, and it just takes away from the overall model. Absolutely beautiful model. Definitely very, very cool. Wish it was in plastic, but also it's clear that they got lazy on the wings for casting purposes. This show-stopping forgeworld resin miniature is befitting of one such as the Primarch of the Emperor's Children. His rules are contained in the Warhammer The Horse Heresy Exemplary Battles of the Age of Darkness Volume 1. And then there is a special note, delayed deployment. The Trader Champion console, initially announced to release in October, will now go on pre-order in November. Loyalist dogs may keep their heads for a few more precious weeks. So just more delays from Games Workshop, no surprises there. All right, and then we have Black Talon. 5 powerful champions of Chaos have discovered the existence of a long-buried weapon with incredible destructive power, and their plans to uncover it threaten the mortal realms. It is up to Neve Black Talon and her hand-picked team of Stormcast Eternals to hunt them down. Black Talon by Leanne Marcial will be available in hardback, ebook, and audiobook formats. And this would go perfect with the new miniatures coming out as well, who will be getting some rules also in the Dawnbringer book. Dered Gabo. Beloved by Gretchen everywhere, Dered Gabo is a symbol of revolution and freedom from the brutish tyranny of the orcs. When the grots of Bloodaxe encampment fall into a malaise, the pain boy Stima realizes that only the promise of Dered Gabo can stir them up from their deep depression, and sets about creating his own using science, cunning, and some good old-fashioned orc violence. Dered Gabo Rides Again by Ruard James interrogates deeply held beliefs about grots and orcs and will be available in hardback and ebook versions. Galaxy of Horrors. Life in the 41st millennia is a constant battle of survival. In the vast setting, there are countless tales to be told, and the collection gathers 20 short stories featuring 15 authors including Denny Flowers, Victoria Hayward, Mike Brooks, Danny Ware, and Robert Rath, in paperback or ebook. Untamed Realms. In the vast and dangerous mortal realms, the very gods themselves battle for control of territory inhabited by civilization and beasts beyond counting. There are as many stories to be told as there are people, and this anthology of short stories features 13 different stories by 10 different authors, and this is coming in paperback and ebook. Alright, and then we have God Eater's Son, The Vulture Lord, and Bad Loon Rising. So very cool. Lots of awesome new models coming, a couple of books for Sigmar, and then of course like the new Dawnbringer box sets. So I'm definitely going to be picking up the new Dawnbringer box sets, and then also quite a bit of the Sigmar range. Really looking forward to flushing out a Sigmar army, and then, like always, batch painting them. So let me know what you're most excited about. What are you going to be picking up? Are you after that forgeworld Fulgrim? You looking to get your Manticore on? Or perhaps you're more of a chaplain on dragon type fellow? Always like to hear back from you guys in the comments. And of course, special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the video as always. Check them out to save 15% on Games Workshop. Link in the description. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and the wait is over, and I'm out of here.